Well, good Wednesday afternoon to you. Welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. How y'all? Hopefully doing good today. So it's Wednesday. It's Williams Wednesday. Now this whole week is going to be Williams. I didn't shave yesterday. I wasn't going to work, and I didn't get much sleep, so I ended up crashing yesterday afternoon and slept through most of the night. So, I didn't get the shave in yesterday, but we got the old Williams mug today. Thanks again to Jamie for that. And so today we're going to get our Williams Wednesday shave, which is our normal Wednesday thing. Aha, gotta love it. I just got through, I was cleaning some pipes and got that done and did all my weekly checking under the hood of my work truck, which is a old Pathfinder, if anybody cares. I got a 98 Pathfinder that I use for going to work. Got that done. So, some good news around toast. I'm going to start with that because that goes into today's shave. That we've got some good news over there. Everybody, I think, has heard me talk about Dave, and he was the gentleman that originally started the original Safety, the old site we call it now. It's a read-only archive site, and he'd kind of dropped out for a while, several years. So everybody knows that story pretty much. Well, yesterday Dave showed back up, which is great. It's going to be great having him around. Like I said, he's the one that got me started on single edge. He was the guy, and there's a little short history of that over at Toast, and anybody cares to check that out, it's over there. So Dave showed back up. Now I didn't have a chance to talk with him much or anything. I'm relatively busy still with training and things like that, so I'm not online as much as I was. But it's really, really, really cool that he's back. So kind of in honor of that, I'm going to use this razor today. Now people that watch my channel and have seen some of my other shaves will notice this razor. This is the 1910 Jim Jr. bar. This is the first lather catcher I had. It kind of got me hung on them, and this was given to me by Dave. If you go to YouTube and you go over to a channel called Jim Cutlery, there's a video over there on how to load a blade into a lather catcher, and that is this actual razor. So this razor is also a movie star. I've always said that and got a kick out of it. But this is the razor that Dave gave me that started me on my path to single edge shaving. I've got several other Jim Jr. bars now, and I've got one that's a box that's in the case, and it's just a Jim, it's just a jewel. But this has always been the best, the favorite, because it's the first. You can see it's got some wear, plate wear, and it's been well loved over the years. And there's a reason for that. It's an awesome shaving razor. All of these razors are. They really are. So there we go. That's going to be today's shave. We're going to use a Pal Super blade. This is the second or third shave on it. I never remember. And it's easy to load one of these. Now, technically, you don't have to lift the bar. You could slide the blade under the bar. But Dave always showed lifting the bar. And that's what I always do when I load one, just because I do. So you set the blade in, be sure it's behind the blade stops. And I like to put a finger on it. You're not going to hurt anything. You bring the bar down. That holds everything in place, and then you push the tab up in the back. And as always with lather catchers, we're going to check and make sure that everything's behind the blade stops and looks good before we start to shave. And that's how it looks with the Pal Super in it. With that blade being blued, you can actually see really well how it sits in there and everything. So there we go. We're going to use Modern Williams today. This is my heart mug that I use. I keep my Modern Williams in. It's not actually wood. It looks like wood. That's what it's made to look like, but it's not. And it's a favorite of mine also. It was given to me by Alan, if I remember correctly. So there we go. So last night I'm sitting watching TV, and oh, that's good coffee. I'll get back to that in a minute too. I'm sitting watching TV, and Indiana Jones was on. So naturally, after watching Indiana Jones on TV, we're going to use the Special Reserve, because I call this my Indiana Jones aftershave. Everything you see, the leather jackets, the fedora, motorcycles, the old DC-3s, the old China Clippers, everything that they show in those movies, kind of all bottled right here in the Pinaud Special Reserve. It's not for the weak of heart. It's pretty stout. A lot of the Pinaud scents aren't that forward. This one is. And it's very good. And, you got to be chose by the veg. Special Reserve could be similar, but it's good stuff. I really like it. There was also a question the other day on Toast as to whether you can lather Williams with a Badger brush. Yes, you can. You can also lather with synthetic brushes. It works just fine, even the modern. So what I'm going to do today, this is my Ever Ready 650 PB, which was originally a pure Badger, that I've reknotted with a Virginia Sheen Finest Badger, which is a cheaper Chinese Badger brush. Nothing fancy, no frills type. It's got plenty of backbone though. It's not a floppy brush. The silver tip I have from the Golden Nib is a floppier brush. However, it will still work with Williams also. But this has gotten to be one of my favorite little bore brushes. It bloomed really pretty when I put it in. It doesn't shed, and it was really inexpensive. I don't remember what the price was. Under 10 bucks, if I remember correctly, for that knot right there. JR can maybe help me with that and chime in on how much these things are. I think he was the reason I got this knot from Virginia Sheen. That's the one he uses. So that's going to be today's shave. That's what we're going to do. Modern Williams Badger brush. My favorite 1910 Jim Jr. bars, a tribute to Dave being back around. We're going to have about a day and a half of growth on because I didn't shave yesterday. So actually it's closer to 2 days because this is about the time I would have shaved the day before yesterday. A little bit early, so it's close to 2 days worth of growth. And that's just going to be all kinds of fun. No doubt about it. Trim the old goatee up so that we're looking good for work. And away we go. Now, no blooming, as usual. We're just going to get the brush a little damp. There's no difference for me in lathering with a Badger brush, with a synthetic brush, with a boar brush when it comes to the Williams. Start with a damp brush. You don't got to beat it like it owes you money or like it's a rented mule or, you know, you're not the Russian Apollo Creed either. You just, you know, load the soap onto a brush. It's not that complicated. And we'll get it going, and what we're looking for is to get a nice paste on the brush. We want to get enough soap off the cake, as I like to call it. A lot of people call them pucks, and I understand why, but I like cake because it's soap. And as I've mentioned before, some of the older Williams, when you look at the box, they had more of a blue box. They actually called it a tablet. And but I stick with cake usually. And you just want to load some soap up off the top of the cake and you get a nice paste like that. This brush does a really, 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 really fine job of that. So we're going to put a little bit of water on the end of it, and here we go. And I also got a comment the other day about my scuttle, my Dirty Bird scuttle, being bowl lathering. And that's basically true. That is my exception to not really liking bowl lathering, is when I want to use a scuttle and have some nice warm lather. I'll use the scuttle. So that's my exception to the no bowl lathering stuff. I still think bowls are pretty good for soup and oatmeal and, you know, bowl on my pipes. And but mostly that's how it is. But I don't have any issues using a scuttle every once in a while. I don't have to go to confession or anything for that. Alright, we'll get us a little lather going here. Like I always say, there's no need for the buttercream. If you like that, you know, maybe you like icing cakes. But this is, can you hear that? I got some big band playing in the background on the TV. I love the swing music. Benny's Life will probably like that too. So that's what we got playing today. Hopefully I don't end up with a copyright problem with YouTube and they go and take my music out, my sound out. It could happen. Hopefully they don't decide they want to do that. Maybe I'm a little safer with the big band than with anything more modern. I don't know. Never know what people are going to do. People do a lot of things that don't make any sense. And just because you can do it don't mean you should. That's another good point to make. Just because you can don't mean you should. So here we go with the second round. Now the coffee I said I was going to mention because people like to ask me about the coffee I'm drinking. So I was over at Albertsons earlier. Actually, it was yesterday. And the one I used to do security at, I made some friends over there, and I was stopping by to say hi and pick up a few things. And their store brand is Signature Select. And I tried their regular dark roast, and it was good. It's definitely drinkable. but they had some Costa Rican blend, they called it, dark roast. And I picked up some of that. So this coffee here is the Costa Rican blend. It's supposed to be bright, citrusy. I don't know. I guess I don't have the taste buds for it. To me, it's just good coffee. It's a nice dark roast, nice and smooth. It's not as bold as the Cafe Bustelo, and it doesn't have any chicory in it, but it's still an okay coffee. So there we go with our across the grain. And I hear sometimes people saying, well, you know, when I go against the grain, it gives me irritation. Yeah, I probably find that pretty irritating too. My secret is, or my saying is, or my advice is, that's the word I'm looking for, don't go across against the grain. You can usually get a really nice shave with the grain, and you go across the grain. You know, if you need to, put in an extra across the grain path. Go across the grain the other way. Try that sometime instead of an against the grain. Try a little different direction across the grain. You know, make it a 3-pass and a cleanup. Not going to hurt anything, right? Nothing wrong with that. Another little tip from Shave Uncle Fuzzy. That, you know, you can do your thing. If you feel you need to go against the grain, knock it out. A lot of people do. I don't. So look at there, after 2 passes on that 2-day growth, everything's cleaned up really nice. Did a good job. Knew it was going to though. Come on, it's a lather catcher. And these Jim Jr. bars, probably said it a million times before, but the Jim Jr. bar seems to be easier to find at a decent price on like eBay and those kind of places than some of the others. And it's definitely a good introductory into the lather catchers. It's good any way you look at it, to me. It's not just an introductory razor. There's great razors. I like shaving with the older stuff too. And I have several razors that are older than, you know, the 1910 Jim Jr. bars. And I love shaving with them. But I definitely love this razor too. And this is why. You get such a comfortable shave. You know, there's something neat about shaving with a 108-year-old razor. I don't know exactly what year this one was made, but 108-ish, if you want to do it that way. I'll take it. All right, clean up good around the goatee, because we got to look well groomed for work. They're letting me keep my goatee, so I'm going to keep it well groomed where nobody has any kind of complaints about it. That's my plan. You know what I mean? The plan. Don't you love it when a plan comes together? I know. I need a cigar to say that. I also went by the cigar shop today and put a few cigars in my truck humidor. I've got a nice hard plastic 10-count humidor that I keep in my, I say truck, it's an SUV, but anyway, I still say truck. So there we go. How you like it? I like it a lot. Look at that. So that's my first shave of the new year since I missed yesterday, and it's Williams Wednesday. Yeah, I may have done that on purpose. Yeah, who knows? Maybe it was on purpose, maybe it wasn't. It's hard to tell. So, welcome back, Dave. Hopefully you watched the video and see your razor here in action. I use it a lot. And now for the finish. Special Reserve Indiana Jones aftershave. Now that actually came from over on the Shave Den. Somebody had called it that, and I kind of stolinated the saying, but I don't think anybody's going to sue me on a trademark or anything about it. But look at that. Beautiful shave. We're all nice and cleaned up. Stinking mo better. Got some good coffee. Training's coming along good. Psst, life is good. Hope it's as good with you as it is with me. But you know, if you think about it, and some folks see it the other way around, but a lot of times your attitude is going to determine your circumstances. A lot of people like to say their circumstances determine their attitude, but if you really look at it, it's really not that way. Most of the time, basically all of the time for me anyway, my attitude dictates my circumstances. But when you got a positive outlook and everything's going good, life is good, work is good, keeping the bills paid, everything's good. We got good coffee, good shaves, we're stinking more better. Life is just good. You know what I'm saying, folks? Hope yours is going as good as mine. I'm a little bit, I feel a little bad for folks that aren't getting this good of shaves and don't know the pleasures of the lather catcher. And I'm a founding member of the clan of catchers over at Toast. And there's a reason for that. These things are just great. There's absolutely nothing in the world like a good lather catcher shave. And this one's always been special because this is the one that started me down this road on lather catchers. And Dave is the person that started me in the single edge razors. I had found an old Micromatic cleaning out a great aunt's house after she passed away. Had no clue what the thing was. And I logged on, and Dave was the one that answered me, and everybody was talking so bad about it. And he said, you try it. Put a blade in it, a carbon steel blade in it, I believe was his recommendation, and try it. And I did, and I've been hooked ever since. So that's my story. That's how I started in the single edge. Hopefully you're going to get into single edge. If you're not already, come over and see it as Toast, the originalsafety2.com. Drop in, say hi, join the fun. I'm not there right now all the time like I usually am because I'm still busy getting into this new job, but I'm there a good bit. Ordinary shaver, always in there running the place. He'll be happy to help you if you need anything. Great guy, knows what he's talking about. Got Tom White over there that helps take care of things, Shadow's dad. And so we got a good mod crew over there. Not that we do much modding. There's not much to do on Toast. Everybody behaves themselves and comes in, and it's really good. So there we go. That's my Toast bragging for today. And welcome back again, Dave. It's good to see you. Hope you jump in and we get to roll in here and get some of your knowledge in. Guys, extremely knowledgeable, especially on the history of the razors. I'm not real good on history. I don't remember dates. I don't remember people. But also over at Toast, if you look up River Run, gentleman from England, he's very knowledgeable. He's got this website that's got patents on it and all this stuff, and he can tell you at the drop of a hat who invented it, who got the patent for it, when, yada 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 yada. He's the man on that. So there you go, another reason to roll over to Toast. All right, we'll see you. I appreciate everybody that's watching. We're up to like 130 subscribers, which is great for a channel that I never expected to do anything, just no redneck talking and shaving. And so it's really great. I really appreciate people. We've got some new people that have come in, and I appreciate y'all watching. So there you go. Y'all have a great day. Happy shaves. I'm out of here.